Woo! Buddy, yes, we are going to have a caliente time today. Welcome back, my friends, amigos, amigas, everyone. Well, today we're going to discuss Pisco. Yes, I am super excited about today's caliente topic. Well, I have joined forces, partnered with the agency that promotes Peru, Prom Peru, to discuss today's caliente topic, the origins, the process, and superfood cocktails made with Pisco. All right, so are you ready for this? Because we're gonna have a fun time today. All right, so obviously as a registered dietitian, I recommend if you drink in moderation. Well, the American Heart Association and the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics recommends for men not to drink more than 2 servings a day and women no more than 1 serving a day. What is a serving? Well, 12 ounces of beer. If we're talking about spirits, 1.5 ounces, which is a shot. If it's wine, 5 ounces. Well, now let's get to the Pisco business, right? So Pisco is the spirit of Peru, just like tequila is the spirit of Mexico. I love that. All right, so what is Pisco? Well, first of all, let me define what Pisco means. Pisco actually means little bird. Yeah, Pisco, that's in the Quechua language, which is the language from the indigenous, the Andean people. And now Pisco also is another state in Peru, a department of Peru. And normally it's in the coast of Peru, where there were, I guess, many birds, and that's why they call it Pisco, the state. And also Pisco, that's where it comes from, the Pisco state. All right. So Pisco, it's clear, as you can see. It actually is versatile, which we're gonna actually make many drinks today. Also is flavorful and is distilled. It's a distilled product. All right, so Pisco actually comes from wine. I know, it's quite fascinating stuff. And obviously wine comes from grapes. So Pisco comes from grapes. Normally, actually not normally, we have 8 different types of grapes that you can make Pisco from. And all of these grapes, these 8 different varieties of grapes, grow in the coastal areas of Peru, the southern part of Peru. Quite beautiful place, by the way. I love Pisco. If you ever go to Peru, you must visit Pisco. It's beautiful. All right, so to make Pisco, you have to go through 3 different stages: fermentation, distillation, and resting. So let's talk about fermentation. So you ferment the grape, and then you crush the grape, you get the juice 100%, and fermentation means you go from sugar to alcohol. Now, and by the way, this fermentation has to happen in a natural way. The yeast needs to come from the air, so it's airborne yeast. No water added, no sugar added, nothing is added, just grapes and grape juice. So once you go through this fermentation, now the wine is fermented and you're about 14% alcohol. Now needs to go to distillation. Now they put this fermented wine in copper still pots. Yeah, copper still pots to go through the distillation, which means now you need to concentrate the alcohol even higher. So now we're going to 38 to 48%. We're talking big deal. Through this process also, nothing is added. So once it goes through distillation, now the Pisco needs to rest. Just like wine needs to rest, Pisco needs to rest. But Pisco does not, we don't put Pisco in wood or oak like wine. It actually needs to go into a non-reactive container. It can be still stills, or it can be glass, but in Peru we use ceramic and we call it botijas, and this is where it sits for 3 to 9 months, just like a child is born. The Pisco is born, 9 months for delicious Pisco. So there are 3 types of Pisco, and we're going to discuss each of these while I make the cocktails. So just so you know, Acholado, Puro, and Mosto Verde. All right, so are you ready for the superfood cocktails? Let's get cocktailing, not cooking this time, cocktailing. All right, so the first thing I want to make is El Matador, the killer. All right, so El Matador, for El Matador, what I'm gonna use is blueberries. Actually, blueberries also come from Peru now, organic blueberries. I buy fresh and then I freeze them to make my Matador, which means the killer. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit of grapes in here, and I wash my hands, by the way. And then we're gonna add more antioxidant power by adding pomegranate juice. All right, and then we're gonna add, for this pisco, by the way, I'm gonna use the acholado. Let me see, here's the acholado. The acholado, now this is one type of pisco, is made out of two, so this is a shot. We're gonna add acholado there. And now we're gonna, so the acholado, I'm gonna taste this, of course. Salud. Ah, so good. I can't wait till you make this one, it's delicious. So the acholado is made from the blend of 2 grapes or more, and that's where this type of pisco is come from. And by the way, to fill a bottle of pisco from the acholado, you need to use 6 to 8 pounds of grapes. Isn't that fascinating? I love it. All right, the next cocktail that I made, or not so much cocktail, but what I did is I soaked, I'm gonna put that here so you can see, I soaked pichu berries. So I'm gonna show you here so you can see soaking. So I soaked dry pichu berries or golden berries in this pisco now. This type of pisco that I use is called Pure, and also has the name Quebranta. That's the type of grape, by the way. So this pisco, Pure means it comes only from one type of grape. The other one was a blend of 2. This is only one kind of grape, the Quebranta grape. And then I soak my pichuberry, and now you have drunken pichuberries. So good. Very nice. Drunken pichuberries. Love them. All right. Now the next recipe I'm gonna make, it's my fruit salad. And this can be a hit on your party, right? So for this, I just have mixed of mango, grapes, strawberries, and blueberries. And what I'm gonna do is pour pisco over these, and this is what you serve. So it's my tipsy fruit salad. Now for this one, I'm gonna use Mosto Verde. Mosto Verde, by the way, is the most exquisite, delicious, high-end pisco. That's what it is. And by the way, to make Mosto Verde type of pisco, now to make this pisco, you use 16 to 18 pounds of grapes. Isn't that amazing? So we're gonna actually pour, I mean, you can go crazy and pour more if you want, but I'm gonna add a shot here for the flavor. That's all you do. And then pretty much you will mix this well, and it's delicious. That's it. And then you serve this, and voila, you have a huge, amazing, fun party with pisco. All right, so now, also, let's talk about that. You can drink pisco as is. We call it neat. And I like to use, when you have a shot of pisco, by the way, it's supposed to be room temperature, right? This is good pisco, room temperature, and you just have sips, or you have a shot, however you want to do it. It's up to you. I need to continue functioning for these segments, so I'm not going to have the shot. Maybe later. All right, so now the last thing I want to show you is the classic Peruvian cocktail. If you have gone to Peru or Peruvian restaurant, you have to try Pisco Sours. I mean, who knows Pisco Sours? Write in comments right now. I mean, I love Pisco Sours. Those things can really make you tipsy. You have to be careful, but they're so delicious. All right, for that we're gonna use a blender. There's different ways to do it, but I'm gonna do it in a blender, pretending that you're gonna have a party at home. Now you have a get together with your family, the ones that you are seeing often, or eventually, finally, when we get together with friends, you can make Pisco Sour in the blender. So pretty much what you do is you put ice, and then, by the way, the pisco that I'm gonna use, is also the Mosto Verde, but you can use any pisco. I'm gonna use a cup of this. All right. Boom. All right. This is gonna be a fun day today. All right. Then we have lime juice, and you have the recipe card there to make this. This will serve at least 3 to 4 people, not 2. Egg white. Yes. So I'm gonna stretch it. Pisco Sour has protein. I'm just kidding. All right. So this is egg white. I bought pasteurized egg whites just in case. Egg whites, and then this is simple sugar. That's it. Simple sugar. Boom. All right. We're gonna put that on the side here. Oop, I'm already tipsy. All right. We're gonna start the blending here. A ver. All right, so that's it for Pisco Sours. Woo! All right, so we're gonna serve in glasses here. And now we're gonna add a final touch here. So I'm gonna add this here. Ooh, look at this. So nice. They say to use, there you go. Like I said, maybe 2 more people can drink this. That's good. And now this is Angostura bitters. You put a couple drops on top. Whoop. There you go. And there you have your Pisco Sour. I'm gonna taste this. Ooh. Wow. Salud, my friends. This is delicious. So now that we have all that business done, I want to tell you the history of Pisco. So actually, Pisco dates back to the time when the Spaniards came to Peru and conquered Peru. And so now in 1560, the Spaniard Francisco de Caraventes introduces the European grape to Peru. Now, this was so that they can make wine for the church masses, yes, for masses. Now, in 1604, the vineyards of Ica, which is near Pisco, are thriving, producing more than 81 million liters of wine. This was an extreme production that took several other coastal regions. I mean, they were making a lot of wine. So now the king of Spain learned about these and start taxes to the winemakers. So the smart people, they decided to, no, I don't want to be taxed, let's make something else out of this. And this is in 1700, Pisco production overtakes wine production. So they start making Pisco out of the wine. And this is how Pisco was born. I love this story. And Pisco became worldwide known. Now, here's another great fact that I love. In 1830, Pisco came to the United States. And guess where? San Francisco, my friends. Just like me. I came from Peru to San Francisco. Yeah, Pisco came the same way. I follow the Pisco way, always. All right, so, this is in 1830, Pisco comes to San Francisco. By 1849, Pisco becomes a sensation with a drink, they call it Pisco Punch. And it actually was a great hit in the United States. In San Francisco, everyone is drinking Pisco Punch. And this is a drink made with Pisco, lime juice, and pineapple syrup. Then, of course, they were having fun until Prohibition, and then everything stopped, right? And, well, sometimes. All right, so now we're going to fast forward after Prohibition. In 1916, an American named Victor Morris opens a bar in Lima. It was the Morris Bar in Lima. And this is where Pisco Sour was born, 1916. And Pisco Sour, similar to the punch, if you tell me, right? Because in the punch they have pineapple, here we have lime and sugar. All right, so then after fast forward the years, 1991, the Peruvian government declares Pisco a national heritage. Now, That was the story about Pisco. When I learned about it, I said I have to share it with you because I fell in love with the whole story. I love stories. Anyhow, so I hope you have enjoyed today's Caliente topic. Next time you are going to drink and you want to try something new or not new, remember to have Pisco, and maybe you can add some superfoods in your drinks like we did today. So remember, the spirit of Peru is Pisco. That's right. All right. As you know, I am in social media in English and Spanish, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my website, if you want to learn more about me, is manuelvillacorta.com. All right, my friends. So I guess I have to say goodbye, but I'm happy because I am going to stay with my Pisco. Salud, everyone. Stay safe. And until next time.